Meet Mr. David. David is a smart, creative, and talented guy. He's come up with an idea to create an app that every small business owner should use to improve his or her business. He's decided to create a web-based app. The revenue model will be monthly and yearly subscriptions. He's thoroughly excited about the project and throws himself into it completely. David hires a top-notch developer. The negotiation is to get a functional website-based app developed for only $50,000. David then prepares a complete marketing plan. He spends the next 1 week writing the website copy. It clearly explains all the benefits his software application has to offer. Finally, the site launches. To his surprise, nothing happens in the next 1 week. He hears only crickets chirping. This is after all the hard work on pre-marketing and publicity work. He manages to strike a joint venture with a well-known small business blogger. But the conversion rate is terrible and the blogger is disappointed. But in his mind, the product is great. So David thinks the problem must be with his marketing efforts. He thought it's got to be with getting the word out to more people. So he puts together a Google AdWords campaign and spends his last $5,000 of credit on his card. The result? Nothing happens. David never recovers his investment. He's frustrated. He's desperate now and brings in a professional content marketer to rework the offer. He gets a bad news about his real issue. No one wants what David is selling. What is the real issue here? He started off with his product in mind, not his customers. That's the real issue. Know the market and the customers first before you design your product. There's an old copywriting adage that was a favorite one of copywriter Gary Halbert. What does it take to have a successful restaurant? Great location? No. Superior service? No. Good prices? No, not at all. Ambience? Not even close. Amazing food? Actually, not even that. To have a successful restaurant, you need a starving crowd. Everything else is a means to serve the crowd a little better, to get their attention and give them what they want. Every business has its own version of starving crowd, which is why you don't create great content in order to have a bunch of great content. You create content to build an audience. Your greatest business asset isn't your website. It isn't your products or services. It isn't your email list either. At least not exactly. Your greatest business asset is your audience. It's the universe of people who are paying attention to what you have to say. Why do we create content? Because that's what the audience wants from us. They want interesting, informative things to read, listen to, or watch. They want something that makes them look smarter for sharing it. And they want to solve their problems quickly and efficiently. If our content supports those audience goals, it's a good content. If it doesn't, it's a lousy content. We've all heard that content is supposed to be relevant or useful, but it's only relevant or useful if the audience says it's relevant or useful. They decide, not you. The world shifts when you put the audience first. You'll notice a few changes when you start putting the audience needs first instead of your own. Your content will get much easier to read. You'll focus on things like formatting content so it's incredibly reader-friendly. You'll quit trying to sound like a giant business and start sounding like a smart, friendly human being who has the answers to important questions. In fact, you'll do this even if you are a giant company. Your site design will immediately improve when you stop trying to make it impressive and start trying to make it clear and useful. You'll probably answer the core basic questions more often, even if you personally find that kind of content slightly boring. It's not there to serve you, it's there to serve your audience. You'll quit using clever headlines and start using benefit-rich ones. You'll start to see your search rankings improve as you create content that's actually being used and acted on. Your sales cycle will become more efficient as prospects begin to know, like, and trust you to solve their pressing problems. You'll start building authority, and that comes from your service. When you serve your audience honestly, consistently, and well, your business will be rewarded.